Good morning. Good afternoon. I have not been able to be available through the morning, but wanted to take some time this afternoon and share God's word with you. Matthew chapter 19, verses 13 to 15. And I've simply entitled this, Children Are Incredibly Important. It's so easy for us to kind of get caught up in our own world, in our own responsibilities, and forget the incredible importance of young people and the responsibility that's been given to all of us to influence the next generation. Obviously, the greatest responsibility is given to parents, but all of us have a responsibility to influence the next generation. I guess the question that begs to be asked is, how tolerant are we of the next generation? Um, and it's easy for us to say we're tolerant of them because we have programs for them. We allow them to exist, right? We make room for them in our society, but I think it's bigger than that. I think that are we giving them room to fail? Are we allowing them space to mature? Are we exercising patience in the process? Or do we want to flip a switch and have them act like responsible adults? Because that's not the program. That's not how it works. It didn't work that way for us. It will not work that way for the next generation. And so let me read the text. Then were there brought unto him little children, that he should put his hands on them and pray, and the disciples rebuked them. But Jesus said, Suffer little children, and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven. And he laid his hands on them and departed thence. I think it's critical that we realize that Jesus is saying to these disciples, listen, you're not more important than them. There is a significance in little children. There's an importance here that we better be a part of influencing their next steps, influencing their worldview, influencing their behavior, influencing the way they think. We should have an influence. So allow them to come so that I can influence them. I can pray for them. I can lay hands on them. Some of them, no doubt, needed to be healed. Some of them needed emotional stability. Some of them just needed attention. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't elaborate. It just simply says when the little children were brought that the disciples rebuked, saying, listen, send them away. And Jesus said, oh, no, 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 allow them to come. And because this is important, don't forbid them. You better influence them. And so I say to all of us adults, let's show a little more patience. Let's get a little more involved. Let's be a little more responsible. That we don't get to flip a switch and make them responsible adults. We're going to have to patiently influence their thinking and decisions to help them become responsible adults. And so let's allow ourselves time with the next generation. Let's allow the next generation to enter into our world. Let's not always be putting them out into their own world, but let's influence them so that they can be godly, responsible